Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we are going to talk about a relatively less well-known project called Just Liquidity. So this token is a part of the Binance Smart Chain, and it has been recently performing outrageously well right now. And we're going to cover what this project is and what the potential, the long-term potential for this token is. So if you go to justliquidity.org, you will be able to find several information that will help you do your own research before you can decide whether this project is for you to invest for long term or for short term, right? So just liquidity be decentralized and feel centralized. So their main selling point is, again, just like several projects that we recently discussed, they want to give the convenience of a centralized exchange, but in a decentralized manner, right? So what are they talking about that they're trying to provide that feels in a centralized way, right? Would you like to upgrade your trading experience on the Binance Smart Chain with faster transactions and cheap fees? Welcome to Just Liquidity, a 100% decentralized platform with experience and comfort of a centralized exchange, right? So again, as you guys know, Binance Smart Chain has been like growing like crazy in the past few weeks, and I believe that people who try to enter the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem are being cautious because they are in this new environment where they're not used to uh, you know they're not used to projects with very different names and liquidity protocols and decentralized exchanges. I know that PancakeSwap and Venus protocols are some of the starting to be some of the blue chip coins of the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem, but several other projects are not yet getting this attention. And if you want to access high liquidity, um, just liquidity protocol aims to be that for you, right? And it aims to offer this with the convenience of the faster transactions that Binance Smart Chain has to offer and cheap fees. And it aims to be this 100% decentralized platform where you can get liquidity to such a depth that it feels like centralized exchange, right? So again, there are multiple selling features for this protocol. You can use the JUL swap DEX. You can use their JUL swap. You can use their staking. You can also use their token bridge, right? So these are some of the four key selling features for just liquidity. We'll cover each and every point, each and every aspect of this project in detail before we go to the coin market cap page. But now I just want to scroll through the website to show you guys how this platform actually looks. You can see how it works. So basically, you'd like to own JULb and JULd and get started on the Binance Smart Chain. Well, it is easier than you might think. Just follow three basic steps and you'll be ready, right? So one unique feature of this protocol is that it has two tokens in this ecosystem. The first token is JULb. The native token name is JUL, but the Binance version of this token is called JULb, which is a governance token of this ecosystem, and another inflationary, not inflationary, with a very high supply a token called JULd. So both of these tokens have similar functions, but JULd does not have this governance component, and JULd is also it has a higher supply compared to JULb, right? We'll cover the tokenomics of the tokens like in a few seconds. But if you want to participate in this protocol, you can obviously link your MetaMask wallet. Obviously, the Binance Smart Chain network must be chosen instead of the Ethereum network. If you're not familiar with the fact that you can integrate Binance Smart Chain you can integrate Binance Smart Chain as a network in your MetaMask wallet. There are several YouTube videos that cover that. I don't want to go into that, But if you already have Binance Smart Chain Network activated in your MetaMask wallet, you can basically link it with you can connect this protocol to your MetaMask, and you can access it. Connecting MetaMask, while the just liquidity extension is already integrated with Binance Smart Chain, you will need to do a little work to integrate your MetaMask account if you are using that. So you can use their guide here, which they have provided, in order to add Binance Smart Chain Network to your MetaMask, and just go to JULb, and which is basically one of so the central the swap function of this protocol can be accessed by clicking the button here, and you will be connected to your MetaMask account. And if you have used Ethereum based DeFi projects in the past, this is basically similar to that one, right? And you will be able to trade JULb and JULd right away, right? So Universal Token Bridge. This is something that apart from PancakeSwap, which also offers this token bridge, Just Liquidity protocol also offers this token bridge. So ERC20 to BEP20 token bridge and vice versa, right? So you can convert ERC20 tokens to BEP20 versions of those tokens and vice versa. Faster transactions at cheaper fees. Again, this is all thanks to Binance Smart Chain. You can also request your bridge if you are a small developer, or if you have a DeFi project that you are making, that you want to bring to the BEP20 ecosystem or the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. So if you want to do that, you can use the request your bridge. I believe you have to be the owner of the project, or you should be an advisor or a key person of the project in order to request for this bridge, and they will contact you back, and you can kind of like discuss about this, and try to bring your ERC20 tokens into Binance Smart Chain via the Just Liquidity bridge, right? So if you are an advanced trader and you want to have the flexibility of using limit orders, just swap Dex is going to help you achieve that. And you can use all your order book functions similar to how you use it on Binance, but this is all fully decentralized, right? So order book, track all your transactions together here. Price alerts, get an alert whenever the price hits your set value. Decentralized, 100% decentralized, with no third party involvement in any process, right? So again, these are some of the features that Just Liquidity provides. And you can also get I believe that trade limit order functions by setting a particular price, so that you are the market maker rather than the market taker. And you can also follow gainer wallets, so start tracking successful wallets or wallets that you are interested in. So you can also track particular wallets which is performing very well. So this is only for people with advanced trading experience, and or people who are full-time traders, right, who want to access Binance Smart Chain's fast and cheaper transaction fees to trade multiple times. Otherwise, if you're just a brutal investor like myself, you would just be holding the token for long-term investment, right? So trading view, every seasoned trader knows the importance of technical analysis. So we add a trading view. Again, this is something that is not really unique to this protocol, but they do have these features, which is pretty cool. Again, they have a very cool table for the tokenomics, right? So if you see JULb, which is a very important token, and I believe that this token has incredibly high potential, not only because of the fact that the Binance Smart Chain itself is growing really rapidly. It has very cool tokenomics that will definitely impress you if you are looking to buy something with a fixed supply, a fixed supply, and it has very low supply as well. So if you see, the total supply of JULb is only 1 million tokens, right? So there's only going to be 1 million tokens, which is very low compared to several other projects. And the price of JULb is currently $103. And this token used to be less than I believe less than $50, but it used to be even lower than that. I believe I had this token when it was like $9 or something. So although it sold it pretty early, because I didn't really that was a DeFi craze for Ethereum. So I thought, Binance Smart Chain is not going to be used by a lot of people. So I kind of sold the JULb tokens that I bought earlier, but now I am absolutely regretting it. It has skyrocketed to $103, right? And I strongly believe that this token has incredibly high potential because it's definitely has the total supply nailed to just 1 million, which is going to be really, really useful for the growth of this token. And also, JULb token has governance, associated with it, right? So as the protocol itself grows, the people who hold JULb will be holding an asset which they can use to participate in the ecosystem's development, right? So IDO participation, this is a very interesting feature that you can get into just liquidity protocol, which we'll cover shortly. Staking, you can use JULb to stake. JULswap governance, which is upcoming, but this is going to be the governance token, as I mentioned before. JULswap fees participation, which is also upcoming. If you know about Uniswap ecosystem from the Ethereum blockchain, you can clearly see that they are kind of like trying to copy Uniswap's fee participation program, where the next version of Uniswap, the next upgraded version of Uniswap, will have a feature where Uni token holders will be able to receive a portion of fees generated from Uniswap, right? And since Uniswap is currently the largest decentralized exchange, its holders will definitely be getting a really good passive income, right? Just Liquidity aims to do the same, except the fact that it's such a low market cap compared to Uniswap, and this has incredible upside potential, right? Limit orders fee participation, which is also an upcoming project for this ecosystem's development, and you can interact with you can also benefit from that by interacting with this protocol, right? So that's JULb. If you want to learn about JULd, it is another token in this ecosystem. It has similar features, but it is at a slight disadvantage because of its total supply being 800 million. It's the polar opposite of JULb, right? This has an incredibly high supply, whereas JULb had 1 million as its total supply. The price is just 14 cents. Again, depending on how well JULb performs, I believe that JULd will also have a similar performance track, because if JULb doesn't perform well, there's no point in holding JULd, right? So again, if you are positive about the ecosystem, and if you feel like this ecosystem will definitely perform well in the upcoming years, and you are looking to invest in something which is a little bit more speculative than JULb, then JULd is for you, right? Use cases, if you see IDO participation, you can participate in IDOs by holding JULd. You can stake it. You don't have the governance participation, right? With if you hold a JULd, you can't get a portion of the fees from JULswap by holding this token, which is another disadvantage. But you can get limit order fee participation, right, from the JULswap DEX ecosystem. So those are some of the key features. I'm personally a fan of JULb rather than JULd, right? So again, I'm going to talk about JULb in detail in this video, but depending on the research that I'll keep doing about this protocol, and depending on how JULb performs, I'll have my eye on JULd, and maybe in the future, if I feel like it's a good project, I'll definitely make another video about it, right? But this video is specifically going to be about JULb, right? So they have user plans which is going to come out soon. So currently you have the free version, which is what most people use. The basic version will be something that will be available for people who hold a minimum of 5 JULb tokens in your connected wallet. Again, you don't have to buy a course or buy a particular subscription. All you need to do is just hold JULb, which is 5 JULb roughly equals to about $500 or roughly at the time of making this video. But by the time many people start realizing the true value of this, the 5 JULb requirements would be much more expensive, right? You will get a little bit more benefits compared to the free option. You can clearly see that it stops with trading view, but here you can also see wallet tracking being added, and I believe that that's one of the only additional features if you hold the basic version. But you can also increase your tier by going up the ladder with the number of JULb that you hold. If you hold 15 JULb, a minimum of 15 JULb, what you'll get is you'll not only get the extra wallet tracking plus all the other benefits that you get from the basic feature, you also get token price alerts, which is pretty cool. Bot tracker, right? That is also something which most traders use, and which may be useful depending on your situation, right? And that's pretty much it. So you get additional features depending on how much JULb you hold in your connected wallet, right? Again, pretty straightforward. Nothing really extraordinary, but also pretty simple, and I would say simple and sweet, right? Achieved milestones. You can clearly see that they've released ERC 1155 to BEP 1155 NFT bridge. You can even transfer NFTs from the Ethereum blockchain, which is basically non-fungible tokens that obviously are much more popular in the Ethereum blockchain compared to the Binance Smart Chain. But I think projects like JULb, JustSwap is trying to change that by bringing the NFTs from Ethereum to the Binance Smart Chain, right? JULd community token distribution was done on December 2020. So again, if you go back in time, they had other updates. Again, they integrated with Pancake Swap, and also released JUL wallet extension. Again, you can see how far they have come in the from the past, and what they're planning to do with their protocol by coming to their website and doing your research. You can also see the chart. You can clearly see that the 24-hour candle, the candlesticks are quite wild, and it's pretty volatile. It's a pretty volatile asset because of its small market cap. But this is what people can use to gauge the future of this token, right? Again, in the past 24 hours, you can clearly see that the Bitcoin comparative has also been going down. That's because of the fact that the Bitcoin price itself is going up. So you can clearly see that there's a lot of information provided in their website, which helps people understand what this protocol is. Again, if you don't feel comfortable with this protocol, you are free to not invest in it. But I believe that this token has a really good potential, right? You can also see the team members, and you can also, if you want to research them and see what projects they were involved in, you can click the link, their respective LinkedIn account. This project is also supported by the Binance $100 million acceleration fund, which Binance supports for many of the many of the projects that Binance feels is going to succeed in the Binance Smart Chain. And Just Liquidity also partnered with SafePal, which is a Binance-based wallet that works closely with Binance. You can also get Base or something like that, which is basically a project that is being launched in the IDO of Just Liquidity. You can also see the other providers. Vox Finance is a very big name in the Ethereum space, and they've also partnered with that, and so on and so forth, right? So again, pretty good information for this protocol. And again, if you want to learn more about this, again, I suggest you to go through their website. So again, if you go to the different features that they are talking about, JULswap DEX, if you click that link, you can clearly see like a centralized version of a layout, which is pretty convenient for people who want to do technical analysis. Since I'm using my phone, you can't really see the full screen, but you can clearly see that there are some additional informations which are typical for the centralized exchanges, right? You can see trading view, and you can clearly see the charts if you are looking to get a good entry point for several tokens that they offer. Currently, they have a JULb BNB price pairs. They also have several other Binance Smart Chain tokens with BUSD or BNB that you can purchase. They also have other tokens which again, I wouldn't recommend trying out other tokens unless you're comfortable with this particular platform, right? If you also go to JULswap, which is pretty much what most people will use, if you go to julswap.com, it's similar to Uniswap. You can do several swaps quickly at a low transaction fees. Again, you need to pay BNB as gas fees, and the gas fees are pretty low, right? So that's pretty much the straightforward explanation for it. If you want to go for staking, this is the most interesting part for JULswap, right? So you can earn a passive income, right, through Jul by providing liquidity to the JULswap ecosystem. So the most famous, the most commonly used liquidity pairs are BNB and JULb liquidity pairs. It also provides you a breakdown of how much you are expected to earn. Obviously, this fluctuates drastically depending on the total value locked and the number of the number of people who are there in this pool. Obviously, the more people who come into a particular pool, the lesser and lesser the reward becomes. If you invest $1,000 in this pool, you will get $12.95 daily, and you'll get $4,661 yearly, which is pretty awesome. So you'll get $3,000, $3,600 more by investing just $1,000 in this liquidity pair, right? Again, this is going to vary. You can't expect the rates to be the same, but it is still pretty incredible returns indeed, right? And if you hold BNB JULb pairs, and if you provide liquidity, not only will you be earning a liquidity provider fee when someone transacts with JULswap, you will also earn rewards paid out in JULb, right? And JULb being the governance token with such low supply, again, it's a pretty valuable asset in my opinion on this Binance Smart Chain, right? You can also participate in JULd based liquidity pairs, but I'm not a big fan of JULd, so I would just skip that. But if you are interested in JULd, it's a similar mechanism, right? You just provide liquidity in equal shares. You basically have the liquidity, pairs in the left, JULd liquidity pool. You provide liquidity on the JULswap ecosystem, just like how you do for Uniswap. If you were to see that, you can clearly see that um, there is an option to provide liquidity. So if you have BNB, you buy how much ever amounts of JULb or JULd, and then you go to pool, and then you add liquidity, right? And then with the liquidity provider token that you have, you can come to info.julswap.com/staking and provide liquidity to the respective pools and earn passive income, right? They have some really good pairs, and if you have walks from Ethereum, you can use the JULswap bridge to bridge your walks B tokens from ERC to BEP20 tokens, right? And you will be able to earn walks B every single day. It's automatically added to your account, and you are you can earn a passive income. Although it doesn't really say how much you will earn. With the total value locked is only 198. I wouldn't really recommend this particular pool at the moment, but if you keep your eye out for this particular pool, once the value increases, I believe that there will be reward price mentioned here, which you can easily track, right? But for now, I would kind of avoid that because it seems like it's still too early and not a lot of people are using that. And you have some pretty good token pairs that you can offer for this liquidity pool to earn your rewards, right? You can also bring in NFTs, but I think currently it's going to be locked. But once it comes in, that's going to attract some some people from the Ethereum blockchain, right? So this is one of the biggest advantage of JULswap, that it offers really high incentives, right? If you look at the token bridge, you can clearly see that they have you have from Binance Smart Chain to the Ethereum mainnet, or you can do vice versa, which is also fine. Since I didn't connect my wallet, I don't think I can actually show you guys what options are available, but they have an example for 1 inch token. You have 1 inch BEP20 token that you can convert to ERC20 token, or vice versa, right? It's a pretty straightforward bridging mechanism. So I believe that that's it, and that's everything that I wanted to cover for this. I just wanted to cover the IDO, but I don't know if the IDO would be in any way like covered here in detail. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The IDO is basically, I think, initial DEX offering, and they offer protocols where you can participate in ICOs, but the problem is they don't have a lot of tokens that they offer, and you can clearly see that this project, Stays Base, is the recent IDO that they conducted, and it doesn't really have a lot of liquidity because it's a still relatively less known protocol. The JULswap protocol, as well as the just liquidity platform in general, is relatively less well known. So the traction for new IDOs are not going to take off unless people start noticing it. And I believe that people will start noticing this as more and more people are starting to realize Binance Smart Chain's true potential, right? So let's go to coin market cap, and if you see, the JUL token is currently worth $103. It's done pretty well. Although the ranking for this token is 617th based on market cap by coin market cap, and you can see that the token decreased at about 5.85% in the past 24 hours. So if you look at the market cap, it's a pretty low market cap. I would consider this project to be, it's going to definitely get a lot of traction because of the staking mechanism itself. And as they add more and more features to their platform, it's only going to attract more and more people, right? With $16.3 million in market cap, I think it's pretty low for a project with high potential. And not only that, if you look at the token itself, it has pretty low max supply, like 1 million tokens will be the maximum, right? So this token in theory can, based on the right conditions, cross $1,000 per token, right? And for a token that can potentially cross $1,000, I'm basing it on several fundamental reasons. I'm not just creating a random number, right? But for a token that is worth $1,000 per token, which it potentially may be by the end of this bull run, $103 entry price is not actually bad. It's actually pretty good if you ask me, right? So most people think that this token is going to crash because it's overpriced for the price right now, but I disagree with them, because if you see, the market cap is one indicator of the fact that not a lot of people even know about this protocol, right? And not a lot of people are using JULswap. I think that's because of the fact that they don't offer a lot of varieties of tokens in the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. And Binance Smart Chain ecosystem itself is currently confined to Venus protocol and PancakeSwap, right? Some people use Beefy.finance, but apart from that, there's not a lot of other projects that are relatively well known. So if you are trying to enter into Binance Smart Chain or trying to get into a DeFi gem, especially a blue chip DeFi token for the Binance Smart Chain, this protocol is for you, right? Although this protocol has not been audited based on DeFi Station, I would still, if you feel like you don't even want to participate in this platform or ecosystem, you can at least put a little bit of your money, maybe just buy 1 or 2 JULd tokens, and then you can stake it in the JULd pool. If you have some BNB tokens, you can have like this liquidity provider, incentives that you can use from their JULb swap ecosystem staking mechanism and earn passive income if you are not willing to take the risk, right? But if you're a DeFi degen and you have experience being in the Ethereum network where you have faced several risky projects in the past, then this is going to be a piece of cake, because again, although this is not audited, it was definitely funded by Binance, and Binance, I don't think they would fund a project which will rug pull on you. But Binance Smart Chain did have rug pulls in the past, and I believe that Binance repaid all of its users, right? So again, there's a little bit of gray area. I can understand that, but the token itself, based on the fundamentals, with a low market cap, a lot of value, and within the ecosystem itself, it's going to cause a lot of attention pretty soon, right? So if you think that you are missing the boat on this token, I disagree with you. I believe that this token has a long way to go, and it's going to definitely reach $1,000 per token by the end of this bull run, right? So the current reported circulating supply is only 81,000 tokens, right? So you can clearly see that based on the staking rewards, you can see more and more inflationary tokens being added to the system. But you can clearly see that since the max supply is 1 million, the risk of inflating or diluting down the supply is very low, right? And also there will always be some JULb tokens that will be locked in the staking pool, which will not be removed, right? So even though new tokens are going to be a risk of diluting the price of the token, considering its maximum supply and the fact that it's going to be staked most of the time to earn passive income, I believe that this token has price positive effect on it, right? If you look at the charts itself, you can clearly see that this token has had ups and downs several times. This token was $22 from September 8th, 2020, and then it shot up like crazy on September 20 or 20th or 19th. It reached $79 per token, and then it had a sharp crash. It went up, it went down, it went up, and it went down, and now it's going up, right? And it seems like it may repeat its pattern by a sharp decline. But I think this is highly unlikely because of the fact that although these pumps and dumps may have been speculative or may have been isolated events, the current pump is because of the fact that we are in the middle of a bull market, and there's a lot of attention that Binance Smart Chain ecosystem itself is getting, right? So people who have bought here at $38 per token are sitting at a very comfortable level at this price point, at the current price point right now. So again, if you think that you are late to the game, I completely disagree with you. But again, if you feel like you want to wait till you get a pullback, it's totally up to you. But I personally feel like if I had some extra cash that I can invest in a protocol, I'd invest in this protocol, and at the price point that we're seeing right now, I will invest in this token, right? Because I do believe that this token has incredible potential. Again, it's also tied to the success of the Binance Smart Chain, right? So if you look at the Bitcoin comparative, you can also see that it has its ups and downs. It hasn't been really like amazingly performing for when it comes to Bitcoin comparative. That's because of the fact that Bitcoin itself is doing relatively well, and when Bitcoin goes down, the money would pump from the Bitcoin to the altcoins, and any low cap altcoins such as JULb tokens will pump like crazy, right? In the Bitcoin comparative. Currently, you can clearly see that the Bitcoin dominance is going up, and many altcoins will slowly suffer as Bitcoin goes up, because all the liquidity will move from altcoins to Bitcoin. But once Bitcoin has completed pumping, the profits will start flowing into altcoins, and that's when you want to be holding at least a small bag of JULb, right? Because when the altcoins pump, there's a high chance that this particular token can like 50x or even 100x because of its super low market cap, right? So again, this is something that you should not really ignore. But again, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before you put any of your money in this token. But I would literally do it if I have some extra cash. But I'm kind of like waiting and accumulating some cash, right? But this is a token that I have my eye on, right? If you see the markets, you can get it from Bithumb Global. You can also get it from Uniswap. So this token is also available for for the Ethereum ecosystem. You can get it on Uniswap as just a JUL. If you want the Binance version of it, it's JULb, right? So I believe that the future of DeFi is going to be cross function tokens that can function in multiple different blockchains, right? I believe that this token is not only undervalued in the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem, it's also severely undervalued in the Ethereum ecosystem, right? But once people start noticing the true value of this token, this is going to pump like crazy, right? So if you are an early investor, then all you need to do is just hodl or even stake your tokens in the JUL swap staking protocol and enjoy passive income, right? So what is my final verdict on this? Would I recommend this token to anyone? Yes, I would. Why do I recommend this token? Because of its amazing, fundamentals. It is again, it doesn't really offer any innovation in the DeFi space, but it does have it does try to create its own ecosystem similar to Uniswap, and since it's mostly focused on creating a bridge and ensuring that many ERC20 tokens are bridged to the BEP20 tokens. As the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem itself grows and as many ERC20 tokens starts migrating to the BEP20 ecosystem, this token will perform really well, right? This protocol and the token itself will perform really well, right? Again, I'm only talking about JULb. I'm not talking about JULd. So if you want to purchase this token, you can purchase it not only on Ethereum, but you can also purchase it on Binance Smart Chain. You can get insanely high returns by staking it. The market cap is very low, and by the end of this bull run, this token has a very high possibility of being worth $1,000 per token, right? Its max supply is very low, its circulating supply is also pretty low, and this token is also like one of the tokens that you can clearly see that it has ups and downs. So there's going to be definitely an up and a down and an up and a down, and you can kind of have a predictable pattern, right? But again, this video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before you put any of your money in this token, right? Remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. So thank you very much for watching my video guys. If you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.